All right, so I've got some data in here. You know, this will grow depending on your community. So let's move on to the next stage, which is now how do you create a dashboard with this, right? So we're gonna go in here. So we'll go to interfaces. So what we're gonna do is, so start building. I'll call this my body boss metrics dashboard. I can just call it anything, doesn't matter to me. And then we can go here. Now we want to build a dashboard. So you're gonna go over here and click dashboard and click next. And the table we're using is a discussion table, which is that table that we've created. We're just gonna jump in here. Now the elements that we want to use in this table, you want to use a pie chart, a bar chart, and all of this stuff. So I'm going to use all of that. And then let's set this a name here. Let's call this BuddyBoss metrics data. And then I'll click finish. All right. So the cool thing here is, Airtable will start you out with some data, right? So in this case, let's go in and start breaking this down. So if I come in here, now select this one. Now you can see here that it says that this is pulling all records. So what if I want to replicate exactly what I have in this dashboard? So let's return here and let's go to this dashboard right here. Right, so let's say I want to replicate this. What I'm tracking here is the unique members or participants who engage in a conversation. So what that means is that I'm going to use the name of the member to sort of find that uniqueness. So what I mean is this. So let's go here. I'll select this and I'll say specific record. Now I'm going to use a specific record. What record am I going to use? I'm going to go here and say, hey, I'm going to track this with a member. And then I'm going to say, if that value is available, that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to come here, field summary. Then you go to field summary. Now we're using, we're going to use member. And then we're going to say if member is unique, right? So if member is unique means that it's going to count every unique member on that table. So let's kind of jump back a little bit to the table. So you can see here, I have 1, 2. So even though I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records, but you can see that there are only 3 unique members here, which is Philip, Gabriel, and John, right? And so if you come to this table here, it's tracking 3, right? So it's tracking 3 unique members. And then in this one, I'm going to track, let's see what we're going to track here. Pardon me here. Let's go to, let me not use my live dashboard. So let's use this one here. So let's say here I'm tracking the number of replies. Let's jump back a little bit here. Social metrics here, interfaces. I'm going to use this. Okay. So let's say here we want to track the number of total engagements per 30 days. Now I'm going to do that here. So I'm going to go to that table. So for this particular card here, and by the way, if you want to add elements here, you can just go here, click add element, right? And so in this case, once you do, Airtable will give you some starting template. So I'll select this one. And then I'm going to come here and I'll say use a specific record and I'll use field summary. Now, what do I want to use to track this? To track the total number of engagements, I'm actually going to count the total number of records, because every single row here represents a reply, whether it's coming from the same person or not, right? Because you can see here, Philip replied 2 times, John replied 2 times. All of those qualify as a reply or as an engagement here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to edit this. We'll just come here and just say record count. So what this particular card will do here is that it will count all of the records that exist on that Airtable sheet, because that's what we want to do. We want to count the number of records, because that will give us the total number of replies that we have on that Airtable sheet. So what we're going to do first of all here is that we're going to count that. So you can see it's counting the total number. And then I can come here and say the goal here is say 30 replies per month, per 30 days. Okay. Now this is so that you can have some type of like, you set your goals here. So I'm just labeling this as the goal is 30 replies per 30 days. And then this one here, I would maybe set my goal to be 10 unique participators per 30 days. And then I'll say done here. Oh, I didn't publish this. Let's publish this. And then this one here, let's count. Goal is 5 unique topic engagements per 30 days, 5 unique topic engagements. So if I want to track the number of, not just the forums now. So in this first one, I'm tracking number of people unique people who engage that month. In the second one, I'm tracking the total number of engagement in the month from all of the different forums and all of the different replies. But in this one now, I'm gonna track the total number of topic engagements. So let me see what I used here. So I used topic and unique. So I want to see the number of unique topics that were created in my community. So I'm gonna come here and I will use a specific field, and that field is gonna be topic. And I might actually use a topic ID in this case. See, so here topic is the same, and then I'm gonna publish this. If we go to our table, you're gonna see that so we have forum ID, topic ID. All our topic IDs are the same, because this is I was pushing this from the same topic, and I kind of messed around with the data, but the actual data that is going to come in from your WordPress website or your BuddyBoss platform, you're going to have different, because every topic has a unique ID, right? So what that's going to do for us is, once we come into our metrics dashboard, then we're going to start seeing that. Now you can also set up your pie chart here. So let's go to our pie chart, and then we can select our pie chart, and then we can connect the records that we need to pull the data in this pie chart right here. So here we're pulling, so if you select this pie chart here, we're pulling from, make sure you're pulling from that discussion table. In my case, that's the only one I have here. And then you can now determine what is going to be used to populate this pie chart here. In this case, it's using dates. I'm going to use forums if I want to see in terms of the forums, right? So I want to see that, the percentage of engagements that happen in each of these forums. Or you can also do it by topic, right? So you want to see how every topic within your community is getting engaged. I mean, I wouldn't use topic, because in one specific forum, you're going to have multiple topics. So I want to more or less like have a high level picture of what's happening in each of those forums. So I'm going to select forum in this case. And then, and that's it. And I'm just going to publish this. Now, same thing with your bar chart, your bar chart here. I can go to my bar chart, and then instead of using forum, I can use topics. And then I can actually come here and select my source, all my records, and I'm going to use my my topics here. So you can see here, and then you give me the number of counts, which represents the number of replies within that particular topic, right? And then you can add more things in this table. So in this dashboard here, I can go ahead here and click add an element. I can add a calendar, I can add a Kanban, I can add just about anything. Now let me show you how to create this filter here so that we can use this to filter our data by date, right? So I'm gonna just jump in. So let's go ahead and grab a filter. So you're gonna grab a filter here. Let me drop that at the very beginning here. So I'm gonna drop that there. And then under conditions, I'm gonna say, hey, let's use forum, okay? And I'm gonna add another condition. Let's use topic, and then I'm gonna add another condition. I'm gonna use date. Now I'm gonna say because you can use exact date or you can use a date range. So for date range, you can see here in this one I'm using the date is on or after, and then the date is on or before, meaning you're trying to kind of have that range between on or after a certain date and on or before a certain date for you to have that range. So we're gonna jump in, and then we're gonna just change this to is on or after, and then we're gonna add another one. And this one I'm gonna change that again to date here, and then I'm gonna say on or before, and then that's it. And then I'm gonna publish this. So what's gonna happen is I can now come here and filter what I want to see here. So if I want to just see a specific forum and see the engagements within that forum, I'm just gonna come here and say if forum is, so in this case here, you can either type in the name of the forum. So let's say in our case is leadership development. So I can come here and type in leadership development here. Oh, excuse me. You have to make sure that this is exactly what it's supposed to be. So I'm searching for leadership development, and it will tell me exactly what's going on. And then another better way to do this would actually be to convert this column here to a drop down, because that's what I've done here. So you can see here, if I click on this, I can see, right? So to convert this, so let's go to our table. Let's convert this to a drop down. So I'm gonna go here and let's call this single select, and then I'll just save that. Yes, configure. So it's gonna do that for me there. And then if I come here and refresh, you're gonna see now, if I come here, you can now see, right? So I can filter this by specific forums, and then I can even narrow it down to exact date. I can say if the date is in a certain date and things like that. And then here I can go here and say 31st. And so what that would do is that it's going to filter this for me. So let's jump in here, and I'm going to come here. Let's connect all our elements. That's one thing that is remaining. So once you drop this in, you need to connect this to these elements here, because the idea is that as you filter or narrow down your filter here, it should go ahead and sort of like sort out what is in all these elements. So let's connect all our elements. I'm going to connect that one. I'm going to connect this one, connect that one, connect this, and connect that, right? So they're connected, and now I would publish. So now going forward, if I go in here and select, I'm going to remove this date range here. So let's reset the data. And so I can come here and I'll select leadership development. You can see it shows me exactly what I need. And then if I go into authority, it shows me that. If I go into this one, it shows me exactly that. And then you can also narrow that down by searching within a specific date. So I can come here, you can see this is empty. So that basically means that we didn't have anything within that space of time. So this is a really cool way you can create this dashboard. So I'll see you in the next tutorial.